Hey there guys, it's Rick Utzer here with AirgunWeb and AirgunWeb TV and also Airgun Pro Shop. Today I want to talk to you guys about a new line of compressors we got coming in. This is the Alkin compressors. These things are massively awesome. All right, so what's cool about Alkin? Well, as you can see, this rig is way bigger than most of the small personal compressors you see out there. And the reason is this thing's really rated for more continuous duty. This thing's built like a tank, okay? So where the other ones are really compact, they're small, they're lightweight-ish, they're very portable. This guy is not lightweight, it's not very portable, but what it does is it just runs and 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 runs. It runs so much that you can get an upgrade for this that has auto start, auto shut off, as well as auto condensate drain. So if you need to fill a big bottle or a cascade system, that's what this thing's designed to do. Now it also does breathing quality air. So if you're looking like serious into your air guns, like really serious into your air guns, or you got a small shop and you got more volume than these little compressors are going to handle, and more importantly, you want the cleanest, driest air you can really produce for your customers, that's where the Alkin comes in. Now, we had a thing we were doing for a while called the high pressure fill system, the whole rig for like a commercial application, and there was a different compressor that was filling this spot here. That company kind of went to the wayside, and that's why we've been kind of slow, kind of reconstituting that whole concept. Now with the Alkin, we can bring this back. So if you got a small shop and you want to just fill bottles, well, obviously you can do this right here. We're going to top this guy off. I want you guys to see how quickly this thing actually fills. You can also fill big bottles like this. If you have a couple of these, then it makes filling these very, very quick. Like you can top these off in 25, 30 seconds versus minutes. Then the customer can go out the door. In the meantime, you kick your compressor on, fills up your big bottle. If you have that auto condensate drain, the auto shut off, it'll do it automatically, which is very, very cool. So let me tell you a little bit about how to make this thing run. First of all, some specs. It's heavy, guys. This is a two-person rig. You're not picking it up by yourself. At least I'm not. The other side of it, it's 220. So it's not a 110 unit. I have wired in special here off a big generator we have because we actually run solar here at the range. So the only way that I can make this run is I actually have a generator, got it all wired up, works awesome, works good for that. As you can see, it's got these huge, massive sections, all of these parts. Instead of just like one little thing, you have all this heat sink stuff, you have all these things going on to allow that continuous duty to happen. And also down here, that's all coils before it dumps into these filters. This allows the air to really cool down before it actually gets to the condensing tower. It makes the whole process really, really efficient. Again, Alkin, this is like a completely new level. This is not like the personal cheapy Chinese stuff. This is like serious business when it comes to compressors, and that's how they've built them, is for serious business. Now, one of the cool things about Alkin, they have a great warranty and they have nationwide service. So when you put all that together, then you start looking at the price point, it's actually really aggressive. A unit like this, which is about 3.5 cubic feet per minute, and again, continuous duty, this thing's a beast. You're looking at right around $3,100, which go look at a Bauer, go look at some of these other rigs, that's actually really, really affordable. Now, I've talked about it. Let's see how fast it tops off our bottle. All right, I apologize. You're hearing the generator, I'm sure. Apologize for that. But when I kick this thing on, you're going to hear that anyway. So doing the best we can here. Let's go ahead and top this off. Now, this is sitting at right around 250 bars, so it's not exactly empty. But let's see what it takes to get this thing topped off. All right, so this thing has 3 drains. Okay. So before we start this up, we want to check our oil, and that's got a nice window right there, tells you exactly where you're at. We keep all of our valves open. And now, I'm going to go ahead and just turn it on. We'll hear it start to fire up. Okay, so that's the compressor running. We're going to let it run for a couple minutes, and then we'll start closing the valves. When I close this valve, you're going to hear a rattle. Don't worry about it. That's normal. Don't get scared like I did. It's all right. Now we're going to shut this valve. lastly, this is our main filter. We're going to shut this valve. Now at this point, this is charging to a minimum pressure. That's very important to get the best use out of this filter. When we start seeing this gauge move, that's when we can start putting air in our bottle. That's moving, as you see. All right, I've just pressurized this line. When I get to 3,000 PSI, I'm going to open this bottle, and then we'll see how long it takes to top it off. Okay, so we're just about there. What I'm going to do is shut off the bottle, and then I'm going to open the bleed valve. That'll start bleeding out the system. Okay, here we go. Now with all the valves open, I'll let it run a few seconds to just kind of purge any additional moisture out, and then we can go ahead and shut it down. All right, I'm gonna go shut off the generator. I'll be right back. All right, so we didn't time it on our phones, shame on us, but I'll put it down here. So down here, you'll see about how long it took to fill this bottle. But the point is, it fills pretty darn quickly. Normally, some of the other compressors that are 1 CFM or less, topping this off is probably going to be in half an hour to 45 minutes, realistically. This is one of the bigger 98 cubic foot bottles, a big bottle. Who would want something like this? If you're a guy with got one air gun, I got it, overkill, I get you. But if you're a guy who has, and I know some of you guys watching this may think that's crazy, but look, I know some people that have $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 into their air guns. That's a lot of money, but hobbies are like that. You get into it, and the next thing you know, you got far more money sitting on the racks than you could have ever imagined. Do you want to put $400 compressor air into your $2,000 air gun? I know I don't. And when I think of it that way, if you're serious about the sport, something like this actually does make sense. Is it more expensive than the other stuff? Yes. Is it as expensive as, say, like a Bauer? No, it's actually much more affordable than that sort of commercial Scuba compressor. This is essentially a commercial continuous duty Scuba compressor. That's what this is. And obviously it works great to fill our tanks and keep our air guns really full of nice, high quality, clean, dry air. That's what this does. And really the ultimate sort of fit for this is if you're a shop owner, you want to support the sport of air gunning, that's where the Alkin really comes into play. If you're someone like on a personal level, there are some lesser expensive compressors that will do a very good job for you, and you have 1 or 2 guns or you have a couple bottles, that may be the right option for you. But if you got the money and you care about what you're putting into your gun, this thing is awesome. This is the Alkin. It's available at our website, www.airgunproshop.com. Again, great warranty, nationwide parts and service on top of all that too. Guys, my name is Rick Utzer here with AirgunWeb, AirgunWeb TV, and Airgun Pro Shop. Thanks for watching.